Greg Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome and thanks for joining me. In this video, we're going to talk about how to mix and match seventh chord shapes that you probably already know. And this, of course, comes from a viewer or subscriber question about, if you have 2 or 3 different seventh chords, how do you get to choose which one? Or can you use a ninth chord? And what are the rules? And how do I know when I can change around and all that kind of stuff? So we're going to talk about that in this video. So if we're in the key of A, right, blues in A, meaning I've got effectively three chords to deal with. An A7 is going to be our one chord. And I'm just thinking about right now, anyway, good old, root on the 6th string, A7, right? But I could have, for example, an A9, right? And remember that for this chord, I would never play this much. I would probably just play those middle 3 strings and just get rid of the 2 low notes, right? Or I might play an A9. So A7, A9. If you don't know that one, it's 5th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. You could add the top note A if you want. I might play an A13, which is 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret. Either 5th fret on the top or maybe 7th fret on the top if you want like an A13 with a 9 on it. Okay, there's a lot of different options. Let's not get too carried away, right? Let's keep it to 7th chords and 9th chords. Okay? So I would also have, A7 way up here, a 5th or down here, a 5th string root bar chord. Or you might also know that version. Or up here, there, or there. So those are sort of some common shapes. The D7 is actually easier to see the 5th string root. So you might know that one, 5th string root shape, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Or you might know the grip, what I commonly call the grip, 5, 4, 5, 3. On the 5th through the 2nd strings. Same with E. Of course, you could have a 9th chord. Right, so basically we have a 7th, a 9th, perhaps you know that one. 4th string, 7th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret. I have a little, I'll try and remember, I have a link to a little cheat sheet with a bunch of these chord shapes in it. I'll try to leave a link to that nearby. But anyway, so there's a bunch of different chords, right? So we have 2 or 3, maybe 4 options for any of those chords, okay? So when do I use which? There's no rule. That's the cool thing. You can do it whenever you want. If you have a comping pattern, okay? So by a pattern, I mean a rhythm. 2, 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. This is a really common blues comping pattern. I use it all the time. A 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Okay, so that's what I commonly call the comping pattern. I've probably got another video about it. I definitely cover it in my 52 Rhythm Fills and Variations course and in How to Build Blues Songs. So those are other resources if you have those. If not, I'll try and leave links where you can get them. But anyhow, that comping pattern is very, very common. So what I'm going to do is just take that pattern. So here's my A7. A 1, a 2, a 3. Now switch to A9. 1, 2, a 3. Now I'll use another A7. Now it's time for the D. 1, D9, D7. Right, 4, 1, A7, another A7, E9, 1, a 2, D7, A7, E7, E9. Right? I'm just changing. I'm just picking any of the shapes. It doesn't matter. Okay, I can't express this to you enough. It's all about how that shape sounds in the grand context. You have to put your big listening ears on. You have to listen to what the rest of the band is doing. It's rare that you will play something that really doesn't fit, but you may play something that you don't love. Don't play that again. Right? I know that sounds really like, well, duh, but it's true. Put your big ears on, play a shape, and if you don't like how it fits against the rest of the band, just check that one off for this tune. It may come back around on the next tune. I can't always guarantee one way or the other that every shape you know is going to work, because that rarely happens. On the other hand, it's rare that I find, or try something that really just doesn't work. And it's usually something like a 13 with a 9. It's usually some, more complex chord that has a lot of notes in it. If I'm going to play something that has a higher likelihood of not sounding so good, it's going to be those chords that have more notes in them. If I keep to the little 3-note chords, 7ths and 9ths, it's unlikely that you're going to come across something that really bends your ear and makes you think, I don't want to do that again. All right. So again, I'm going to, as far as the chord shapes go, I'll try to leave a link near this video with that little PDF of the chord shapes in case you don't already know them. As I've said, you can find a lot of this stuff in my 52 Rhythm Fills and Variations course or my How to Build Blues Songs course, as well as, of course, the original Blues Guitar Unleashed course. And that's about it. I hope you have some fun with this stuff. Play around with it. Just find a blues jam track in A or play into a loop or play a blues in A and just try the stuff out. You have to take some time and you have to experiment. Find a comping pattern that you like. Use mine, steal it. It's really good. I use it all the time. I encourage you to do the same. Steal it, work with it, try the different chords out. You're going to find some great sounds in there, I promise. All right. Again, I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you soon. Take care.